The purpose of this video is to help you to remember how to create a works cited. First of all, making sure you understand what you are creating and what exactly it is that you need to be recording. First of all, as a reminder, you are working on a works cited. A works cited is a list of works that are cited, referenced, included in your paper with in-text citations. The in-text citation will only include a limited amount of information about the source, and then that is the key that takes the reader to the works cited, where they can get all of the information that they need to actually go to the sources that you used. So the works cited allows the audience to find the exact source of specific information included. So somebody could go and find the excerpts that you used. A bibliography, which is something you may have created before, is a list of sources referenced on topics related to your question, and it gives the audience additional resources to explore. So a bibliography includes all items that you even considered while doing your research that are related to your topic, and so not necessarily that it's used, but something that you may have referenced. So the works cited is very specific to exactly what is included in your paper. And so if you have two sources, you would have two entries on your works cited. So what information do I need to find and include? First of all, you need to include the author's names. That will be the first part of the entry. So the author's names will always be the first part. Please remember, the first author's name, if there's more than one, goes last name, comma, first name. The rest go in the regular order of first name and last name. If there is only one author, it will go last name, comma, first name. The next piece you're included is the article title in quotation marks. This is actually what you are reading about. So for example, if you were on history.com and reading about the Islamic Empire, the article title is the Islamic Empire. That is what you are reading about. Then the website title, which would be italicized, is what website are you actually on? What would somebody type in to the search bar in order to find that website? So are they going to be typing in History Channel? And what is the name of the website? That goes next. The publisher and sponsor. This typically is found near the bottom of the page and something you should have looked for in your sources already while doing the evaluating sources rubric. The publisher and sponsor is who is sponsoring the web page. That information comes next. You'll then do the publication posting date. So when did they actually post this information? If it is included, it will go day, month, year. So for example, 11 of September 2001. The next piece is the medium. What this means is the person going to look on the internet? Are they looking online on the web? Or are they looking in print? Would this be in a book or a magazine or a newspaper that somebody could actually physically find in print? You will put the word web if it is something that is found online, and you will put the word print if it is something that is found in print. The date of access is what day you went to the website. Again, it will be included in day, month, year format. And the last piece is including the URL. This is extremely important for you to be able to get back to your source. How do you actually format the information? You're going to use EasyBib. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you how to get the EasyBib extension from the Chrome store. And this is going to be extremely useful on the sources that you're actually going to use. So what you're going to do, let me just move this window a little bit, is you are going to either type into Google Chrome Web Store, or you're actually going to click on the link that looks like, get it in the screen, it looks like a little shopping bag. So you're going to click on Web Store. Once you're in the web store, you're going to type in EasyBib. Once you found the one that looks like this, the EasyBib toolbar, you are going to click where it says Add to Chrome. you're going to add extension. And then an orange book will pop up on your bar. Back to the presentation. So once you've installed it, this is what you will actually click on for the source. Let me show you exactly what that looks like on the actual web page. So if I were to go to history.com and I want to read about ancient Greece, which yours would be more specific than that. I misspelled that. One moment. Okay. So if I'm on a source that I actually want to use, you're going to click on this orange book and hit Create Cite on EasyBib. What will pop up will be the page that looks like this, and you are going to go through and make sure that the information is correct, and you will hit Create Citation. What it creates for you, you will actually copy and paste into your presentation. So make sure that you actually check the information because it doesn't always bring it in correctly. So for example, when you're using history.com for author, it will say history.com staff. That's not an author, so you would need to remove that information. So rules for a works cited. First of all, it should say works cited centered at the top. I'm going to flip back to the first sheet just so you can see. That's where the information would go for work cited. You would have capitalized the appropriate information, author's names, title of the website, title of the web page, etc. The work should have a hanging indent, and again, what does that look like? It looks like this. On the left-hand side is the first line of the entry. Everything else gets indented. Why that's important is because if you look at this one, everything on the left indicates a new source. Everything on the right is included with the source above. The work should be alphabetized, and that's going to be by the first letter. Whatever that first letter is, in this case it's a B, you would alphabetize the information. And then they should be double spaced. What you're not going to do is you're not just going to copy and paste the URL. You're not going to include NP or ND. You're going to make sure to include the correct information for the source. The work should not be numbered. If you notice here, there's no numbering or bullet points. It's not needed. The order it goes in is alphabetical order. The reader should know that. And then the information lets us know when the next site is listed by looking for what is left aligned. And then works cited page is always separate but within the document. So in this case, if I had a works cited page for this presentation, it would be the next slide on here. And it's still part of the same presentation. It just gets its own page. There's also additional information about what to include in the works cited on the webpage at www.plu120world.weebly.com.